Welcome everybody. Hope you all are having a good day. We're just gonna get started here in a little bit, but this is the second episode of the Nerd Chicano show, and we're gonna be talking a lot of cool stuff. We're gonna be doing a WrestleMania review, a little mini review of NXT Takeover, and then we get to end the show with a review of The Shape of Water. Yeah, this was gonna be this week's movie, and I'm sorry for not streaming last week. But I was pretty sick and I could not. My throat hurt too much to be able to stream that day. And I was lucky enough that I was able to do the podcast with Brad because I was just feeling really terrible. And I'm feeling a lot better. But today we are going to be streaming and it's going to be an awesome show. And hopefully we can get some people in here and have some discussion. If we don't, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Remember, you guys get to see the episode live today, and then on Monday, on Monday, you guys will get the episode live on our. It will go live on our YouTube channel. So hopefully, if you guys miss out the episode today, it's all fine. It's fine. You guys will be able to watch it on Monday. But hopefully a lot of people, some people can get in here and get to watch our show. Lots to talk about. Hope you guys have been enjoying the Classic Film Month, by the way, on the podcast. It's been really fun doing that with Brad, and it's been a fun experience. And we're gonna have the last episode uploaded next week on the podcast, and we're also going to do an Infinity War predictions episode that will be uploaded next week as well, because the movie does come out on the 27th, so probably before next week when I do the Twitch stream, we'll do we can go ahead and do MCU movie review, so that way we can get ready for Infinity War, which comes out on the 27th. Lots coming up, and it's going to be really fun. Yeah, I'm just here tweeting out the link. Nice. Alright. No. Dang it. Okay, cool. Alright. Well, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a panel for the Infinity War review. And I don't know why I couldn't tweet out the link, but I'm sorry. This is weird. It's been happening to me all day on Twitter. Haven't been able to tweet out at all. But let's go ahead and get started with the show, because I'm really excited to talk about this stuff. But we'll go ahead and start with a little mini review of NXT TakeOver New Orleans. This happened like at least 2 weeks ago. I was gonna do an episode on the podcast doing this, but I said, you know what, let's go ahead and do a Twitch stream with it, because that would be fun, and it gives us more of an opportunity to do something with the podcast. But I'll go ahead and start with NXT, a little small review. I really liked NXT. NXT TakeOver was really good. We had a great 6-man ladder match, which I think was the best night of the match of the night. It was for the North American Championship. Had Adam Cole, Killian Dane, Ricochet. I can't remember the other ones. Velveteen Dream, which he did a lot of cool stuff in this match, doing that purple Rainmaker off the top of the ladder. That was really awesome. And I can't remember the last two, but it was it was a really good match. I believe that one was the one that opened the night too. But we also had our other matches. We had we also had Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano. We had Aleister Black versus Andrade Cien Almas for the NXT Championship. Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler, which was a really, really cool match. A lot of people say that they don't know how they feel about Shayna, and they don't know if it was good to them. But to me, I thought it was good. I thought it was a really good match. But we had Shayna Baszler versus Ember Moon. Shayna Baszler ended up winning, of course, and Adam Cole won the North American title. And I can't remember. I think it was Ciampa who won. Yeah, Ciampa won. and Aleister Black won and became NXT champion. I can't. Oh, the tag titles was Pete Dunne and Roddy Strong versus the Undisputed Era, and it was Adam Cole pulling double duty, and at the end, Roddy Strong turns heel, joins the Undisputed Era, and the Undisputed Era retains the titles, and it was awesome. Yeah. For people who don't really know Roddy Strong in Ring of Honor, he's a really, really good heel. So I'm really excited where they take this, and it was a really good event. I personally enjoyed WrestleMania more just because there's a lot of the big card that WrestleMania has compared to NXT Takeover. It's a lot more fun for me, but there was no doubt that this match that this event was good too. But NXT Takeover, definitely recommending you guys to go watch it. Really, really good matches, especially if you want that indie wrestling kind of feel to it. You guys should definitely go watch NXT Takeover New Orleans. Yeah, we have nobody in here, but yeah, I think we can start with the. It still says episode 1. Hold up. Excuse me. I had just ate, so I'm getting all burpy and stuff, but I'm really, really excited because I love professional wrestling. So whenever I have the chance to actually talk about this stuff, it's awesome because it's something that I love, so I want to talk about it as much as possible. But I didn't want to have it shoved into the Nerd Corps podcast because I know the main stuff that we do on that podcast is movies, TV, and video games every now and then. But I'm probably gonna incorporate video games into this podcast. But yeah, I'm really glad that I get to talk about it, and then we get to talk about at the end The Shape of Water and have that little movie for y'all that you guys get to hear me review. A lot more organized today, actually, guys. I have a structure written out, and I know what I'm going to talk about. And yeah, not like last time. It was really unorganized, and we ended it pretty short. I don't want it to be a long stream, but I also don't want it to be like one and done. But we get to talk about WrestleMania next. WrestleMania 34 was at the Superdome in New Orleans. If everybody knows, it was the site for WrestleMania 30, one of my favorite WrestleManias. Daniel Bryan won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship that night, and Brock Lesnar defeated Undertaker to snap the streak of 21-0 there too. And we had a really, really good card. Let me go ahead and read y'all the card, actually. The Miz versus Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship. Charlotte Flair versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Asuka was the one who won the Women's Royal Rumble, the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal versus Rusev for the U.S. Championship. Kurt Angle versus Ronda Rousey versus Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. The Usos versus the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers in a triple tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. I'm sorry. John Cena versus The Undertaker. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship. Shinsuke was the one who won the Men's Royal Rumble this year. The Bar, which is Sheamus and Cesaro, versus Braun Strowman and his mystery partner for the Raw Tag Team Championship, who ended up being the greatest of all time, Nicholas, one of the referee's son. And then the last match to close the night was Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. Roman, he didn't win the yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that ended the night, and yeah, I guess we can start going for these results, and then I'll say which matches I was really interested in and which ones I wasn't. So, Seth Rollins ended up winning and capturing the Intercontinental title. Charlotte made Asuka tap out and retained her title, and Asuka's streak came to an end. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey won after Rousey made Stephanie McMahon tap. The Bludgeon Brothers won after pinning the Usos. John Cena lost to The Undertaker via pinfall. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon won via submission. Nia Jax won and became the new Raw's Women Champion after pinfall. AJ Styles retained the championship via pinfall. Nicholas and Braun Strowman won via pinfall. And then Brock Lesnar retained the title via pinfall. All right. Right off the bat, I can give you guys the matches I did not care about at all. I did not care about the U.S. title, the SmackDown tag titles, and that's it. Those were the only two matches that when I watched them, I really didn't care at all. I didn't catch Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns live because after Nicholas was when we started recording the podcast that day, but I ended up going back and watching it, and I did not like the match all that much. I don't like Brock Lesnar at all, but we can go into that after in a little bit. But yeah, the SmackDown tag titles and the SmackDown U.S. title match did not interest me. Jinder Mahal won again. Jinder Mahal's a great heel, but I would have liked to see Bobby Roode retain and have his moment at WrestleMania, because Bobby Roode is a really, really good wrestler and really good heel. But he didn't win. So another match that I really, really didn't care for was that tag team match for SmackDown. I don't care about this match at all. I love the Usos. I love what they were doing with the Uso Penitentiary. But other than that, I just didn't care about this match. Like, it was just so much going on in this 7-hour show that this match was the least of my worries. So those are the only two matches that I didn't really care for all that much and didn't impress me, excluding, the Roman Reigns match. And don't get me wrong, guys, I love Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is one of my favorite wrestlers right now. But yeah, let me go ahead and zoom this in. But that match was not what I expected, because Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar had a great match at WrestleMania 31. It was really hard-hitting and very, very story-driven. But this time around, I'm guessing Brock will do what Brock always does, and he doesn't work as well because he's lazy. He's lazy, and I just didn't like this match at all. And Brock retaining is possibly the worst booking choice of this event, because we're getting so tired of these part-time champions, and he doesn't give an ounce of prestige to this title. Well, he keeps holding it and not defending it. But we'll see, because he's going to be facing Roman again at Greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. So we'll see if Roman wins. I hope Roman wins, just because I don't want Brock anymore there. But we'll see what happens. One of my favorite matches of the night was that Intercontinental triple threat. It was really fun. First of all, Seth Rollins comes out dressed as the Night King and with the blue contacts. And I thought that was so cool. Last year was he came dressed as like Jaime Lannister, his armor like Jaime Lannister. So me being the Game of Thrones fan that I am, I really enjoyed that. Finn did his entrance with the Baylor Club for Everyone, and having a bunch of people out there supporting the LGBTQ plus community, which was awesome. I commend him for that. The Miz ended up coming out and telling the Miz Taraj that he can do this by himself, basically foreshadowing that he was going to lose. The Miz is an awesome heel, and now he's been traded to SmackDown from the Superstar Shakeup. Finn Balor and Seth are staying on Raw, but Seth became a Grand Slam champion after winning this title, because he's won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the Intercontinental, the tag titles. the tag titles on 2 occasions. Once with Roman, once with Jason Jordan, and once with Roman. So, and once with on 3 occasions actually. Once with Dean Ambrose too. But yeah, this was a really good match. It was nicely paced. They gave you teases of what injured Baylor at SummerSlam and put him out for weeks, put him out for months, and made him basically get out of the contendership for the Universal title. And it was just a really really good match. I really recommend this one. But the one match that I loved for the rest, like the match of the night to me, was Charlotte versus Asuka. This was a really, really good match, and that sign of respect at the end of Charlotte hugging Asuka and being and basically showing respect for each other as competitors always do in the ring, and it was really, really good. I liked this match. It was so well paced, and the spots were great. That Spanish fly off the turnbuckle. I didn't even think Charlotte could do something like that. We've seen her do like moonsaults, but we've never seen her do a Spanish fly, which is really really awesome. Asuka, I really thought they weren't gonna do it. I thought that Asuka was gonna was gonna win the championship and her streak was gonna keep going. But the WWE has this way of making us of define us and bringing the unpredictability and showing it off, because I did not think that Asuka was going to win. But was still a really, really good match. I really recommend this one. I think this one's honestly the best match of the night, and it just showcased what the women in this company can do, and just how much we've progressed in the WWE with this. Like back then, people would think that the women were the piss break of the matches, and they didn't really want to see women fight because the company just wouldn't give them enough time or work or good storylines to work with. And now, fast forward to 2018, 2017, we've had really, really good women matches and really good women debuted in the WWE, and we're seeing just this importance placed on women's wrestling, which honestly, in my eyes, is even better than men's wrestling in the WWE. But enough of that. And I guess talking about another women, Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax was another good one. I've been waiting for Nia Jax to take this title. I think it was just it was about time. I didn't really care for the storyline going in, but I thought it was a really, really good match. Obviously, the commentating by Coach and everybody on this match was really bad, but Nia Jax kind of showed us that she's going to be a credible champion, and especially by basically killing Mickie James. It was really something. Yeah, she showed us that she's a credible champion. She's going to work hard, and she obviously has the athletic ability to do this. And I'm so excited to see where Nia Jax goes with this, because I'm a Nia Jax fan. I liked Nia in NXT, and I like her now. I think when you give her the right storyline and the right person to work with, it's gonna obviously work. But yeah, the women shined in this event. I didn't talk about the pre-show. The pre-show matches, I honestly couldn't care less about. The women's battle royal basically went the way we thought it would. I'm glad the women shined in that match too, but that result was just stupid. I didn't think that Naomi should have won. I think he should have gone to like Sasha to build that storyline with Bayley. But you know what? It's not even anything to start talking about. It's not that important. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey had a really good match too. Ronda, I am really, like, once again, we'll keep talking about this. The fact that these women are shining in these matches, and just showing us that women can do this, and women, if you give them that opportunity in the storyline, women can do great in the WWE. Ronda came, I was really skeptical. I thought, what if she's not gonna be as good as we think? And what if she's gonna be rusty? And but wow, she basically shined throughout this whole match and proved me wrong. I wanted to be proved wrong. I'm so excited to see what Ronda does. The only complaint I have for Ronda is that she needs to stop smiling. She needs to stop smiling when she comes out. I get that it's this great feeling to finally be here and to be debuting at WrestleMania, and then her coming out to smile. I needed to see Ronda be very ready, mad, ready to basically do some devastation, because it needed to look like Ronda was ready to kick some ass, basically. But I mean, nothing to write home about for Angle. Angle's not the same as he used to be, and I think we've all decided to accept that. And it's fine that he's not the same as he used to be. As long as he's on our TV, he's gonna be fine. I'm trying not to go through these fast, but I do want to leave time for the Shape of Water review, because I want this to be around 30 minutes or 40 minutes, so that way it doesn't take a century for me to upload this to YouTube. But Steph as always is great. Stephanie as always, she's great. So that's another one. If you want to see how Ronda is in the ring, definitely go check that out. Undertaker versus Cena was definitely not what I pictured. This is one of my dream matches, and the fact that it literally lasted 4 minutes was a bummer. If this really is Undertaker's retirement, then I'm glad that he's done, because it's just time to hang up the boots. It was sad to see my dream match kind of go like this, but you know what? Taker has given us so much that at this point it's not fair to ask for more than what he's already given us. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. This match is really, really good. Throughout this match, I was so scared for Daniel Bryan, because I love Daniel Bryan. I think he's one of the greatest superstars to ever come to the WWE. He made a name for himself in the Indies, and I met the dude. He's super nice. He's such a cool guy, and it was surprising that he got cleared, but it was more scary knowing that he was going to be in the ring there, and that every time I think he was going to tease doing a suicide dive. And I just literally clenched my fist and my toes, and I was like, no, please don't do this. I don't want to see Bryan injured, but I'm really excited to see what else he does, because they just teased AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan the week after WrestleMania, and they teased it at SmackDown. They were gonna do a main event. It obviously got interrupted by Shinsuke, so they're obviously gonna do Styles and Bryan again, and I cannot wait for that. That is possibly one of my other dream matches too. But yeah, this match was really good. The story is there, and it's just so good. Owens and Zayn are now on Raw. They got traded for the Superstar Shakeup. But yeah, I love this. This was really, really good. This was a really good match. Alexa talked her out already. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura was not how I expected it to go. Obviously, it was gonna. But I mean, we can agree that Styles versus Cena, the first one, wasn't even that good, compared to the second one. So I'm thinking, as the more that they flush this out, especially with a Shinsuke heel Shinsuke, the second match is gonna be even better. But for the first match at Mania, I thought it was good. I thought it was good, but not the best. And I know that they can do even more than best. But Shinsuke giving that low blow to Styles at the end, and this was mostly more. This was more about ability than story, but at the end, it sets up that story, and this was a really, really good match too. Braun and Nicholas winning, I thought that was great. Nothing to say there, but that was fun. Obviously, you guys know. There's no having to explain this. I just thought it was great to have that kids night be made, and then you already know my thoughts on Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. I really hope Roman wins our greatest Royal Rumble, because if he doesn't, then I do not want to have to deal with Brock again for the next 6 months on my TV, because that will just be very, very boring to watch out. Because what's the point if he's never gonna freaking defend it? So, yeah, that was WrestleMania 34, guys, and hope you guys liked that review. But now we get to head into our discussion about The Shape of Water, and nobody's watching, but that's okay because people can watch this after it goes live, and it's gonna be on here on Twitch, and it's gonna be on YouTube. But yeah, hold up, I'm just gonna pull something up, and yeah, The Shape of Water was, well, we're gonna start reviewing it. So if you guys do not like spoilers, obviously click out of this because I'm going to go deep into spoiler territory, especially because this movie, there is no way to like oh great, no, I know, okay, it's like it's already like past the time I could have fixed this, but I just noticed the thing up here, where can I point at, like right here, this thing right here says Wonder Woman. No, I'm sorry, I didn't notice that, but I, we're gonna make mistakes as this show goes on, but I'm going to fix that. That wasn't the that's not the movie we're supposed to be talking about today, but it's not Wonder Woman. It's just Shape of Water. So The Shape of Water came out last year. It was directed by Guillermo Del Toro, and hold up, I got it over here actually. Yeah, it is the winner of the Best Picture for this year's Oscars. Where are you? Right here. This is The Shape of Water. Have it right here. Of course, I was gonna buy this. It's directed by Guillermo del Toro, one of my favorite directors of all time. And here, guys, like if you wanna get a close look at it, it's a very beautiful holographic cover. But yeah, put this over here. Directed by Guillermo del Toro, starring Sally Hawkins, Octavia Spencer, Michael Shannon playing the villain, and Doug Jones basically playing the amphibian man. And the story follows the journey of Sally Hawkins' character, a mute woman living in basically the Cold War era in a city that works at a facility some facility, and they bring in some type of amphibian creature from the Amazon, and you are taken through this journey of basically these two falling in love, and yeah, basically falling in love, and the prejudices and sadly the violence that both of them eventually go through towards the end. And it's a very, very good movie. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. If you're one that watches the Best Picture movies after they win, go and do that, please. But this was a really, really good movie. The Shape of Water exceeded all my expectations that I had set out for the movie. Then again, it's hold up, guys. I'm seeing that this thing is not. All right, there. That's fixed. Yeah, I mean, what do you expect from the guy who basically directed Pan's Labyrinth, and did an amazing job with that movie too? I think Pan's Labyrinth is Guillermo's masterpiece. And then this movie is his second masterpiece. This is a really, really good movie. Has a beautiful story. Those shots are so beautiful. The cinematography is beautiful. Sally Hawkins gives an amazing, amazing performance that tugs at your heartstrings without even saying a single word. Octavia Spencer, as always, she's great. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and Sally Hawkins nominated for Best Actress. Obviously, both of them did not win, but yeah, it was the casting is there. It's a great cast. I love the subject matter. I love the story. I love what's presented on screen. I think the set design is beautiful. The music, that soundtrack just stuck with me after, and I still watched it. I mean, I still listen to it. I have it hold up, look, I'll pull it up for you guys. I have it downloaded and saved on my phone because that soundtrack is beautiful. Hold up, look, where you are. Yeah, the Shape of Water soundtrack, and it's composed by Alexander Desplat. Yeah, you see, it's downloaded and saved. I listen to it constantly. It's a beautiful, beautiful movie, beautiful soundtrack. A lot of this music in there, it's just it has a way of making you connect to the characters, especially because it's so beautiful. Um, but I cannot I cannot express how good this movie is, especially because um we we don't really see movies like this. This is everybody was talking about when this won that of course it was gonna win. It's not like these other movies that were nominated like Get Out, which actually which tackle subject matter that is really controversial. But um, it wasn't the oh crap, it wasn't the safe choice either by far. Hold on, let me get water because I'm getting thirsty here. But it wasn't the safe choice either. Um, I think the safest choice probably would have been like if they wanted to go with something that wasn't controversial, probably like Phantom Thread or Dunkirk. But the Shape of Water wasn't the safest choice to take either. It was literally a movie that has a woman and a fish, amphibian man, fucking, and which I get the memes that were gonna come out of it, and yeah, you can't you can expect that to happen with stuff like this, but it was poetic and beautiful in a sense, not in the sense that I like to see a women and fish fuck, but in the way it was two creatures that are um that's two creatures who love each other and see past their flaws, being able to romantically be involved. And I thought it was just I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful. This is definitely my favorite Guillermo del Toro movie. Right next to Pan's Labyrinth and Hellboy 1 and 2, Chronos, and obviously Crimson Peak. I love Crimson Peak. I don't understand people who tell me, I didn't like Crimson Peak, but I loved it. But this movie was this movie was great. Highly recommended. Everything about the movie is so perfect to me, and it definitely lands on my favorite movies of all time list. Especially that ending was so good. That poem being read at the end is beautiful. Michael Shannon's character as the villain is so good. Michael Shannon deserved that Best Actor nomination or supporting actor because he did really really good. He made my skin crawl at times, seeing how evil this man is and the lengths the man will go to make sure that this amphibian man is killed, and how horrible and very just disgusting this man is, and the way he looks down at minorities and the women who work for him, and even his wife. He is the definition of the man that of the man of the time in the 60s, and especially in the Cold War era. But it's really really good. I know I'm repeating myself a lot by that, but I want to hear your thoughts on The Shape of Water. I think if you watch it and you've never watched it before, go ahead and rent it on Vudu. Like I said, first Vudu users do get a discount and basically get it for like $1 on Vudu. Or if you want, go buy the movie on Amazon, or go buy your Blu-ray copy like me, because this movie is beautiful. You get to watch it over and over, and Blu-rays are great, and physical media should be bought. But you know what? If you can't afford to buy the Blu-ray, it's fine. But go torrent it or go watch it on Kodi like Brad does. And when he watches this, he's gonna laugh because he knows how much I hate that he uses Kodi. But yeah, that was my Shape of Water review, basically in a nutshell. And let me see if anybody. Okay, I will ignore that message for now. Nobody is in here. anymore. But we can. I was gonna say let's go ahead and take some questions from Twitter, but my phone is just not tweeting out at all right now. I don't know what's wrong, if it's on Twitter or something. But next time we can probably do some Twitter questions. But this, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. And this was my review of The Shape of Water, WrestleMania 34, and NXT Takeover. I'm really glad that at least 2 people were able to show up in the beginning and decide to leave. But if you do watch this on Twitch, thank you. Thank you for supporting. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Follow me at the Nerdy Chicano. Follow the Nerd Corpse at the Nerd Corpse _ on Twitter. Follow Brad at RandomGerm101. Go ahead and listen to our podcast. It's available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, whatever you know. We're on all these podcast services. And this show will be uploaded on Monday to YouTube. Will not be uploaded on the podcast apps because this is a separate show exclusive to you, the Twitch community, and YouTube. Thank you all for sticking around with me and hearing me yabber on about this awesome movie that I really, really love, and I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to talk about it with Brad, but I get it. You know, he's working, and we weren't gonna find the time to talk about this. But hopefully, we get to catch you all on the next stream, which will be next week, and we will be reviewing. I guess we can talk about the MCU and really what it means for what it means for going into Infinity War, and we'll review Guardians Volume 2 or Doctor Strange, whichever one. We can review both, actually, because those are 2 of my favorite MCU movies. And you know what? We'll go ahead and review those 2 because we reviewed Black Panther on the podcast already. But yeah, this is was your Nerdy Chicano. Thank you. Go ahead and, like I said, follow us on Twitter, Instagram at the Nerd Corpse. Follow me on Instagram too if you want, the Nerdy Chicano. I'm basically everywhere. Yeah, thank you guys for sticking around for the stream, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and leave a like and comment on leave a like. Go share it with your friends. Comment something. And this was your Nerdy Chicano signing off, guys. Love you guys. We'll see you next week. And we did not. Sorry, I need to learn how to point here. We did not discuss Wonder Woman. We discussed The Shape of Water. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fix that. But we'll see you guys. This is the Nerd Chicano.